Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel or if you're a returning viewer, I just want to say thank you. And if you're already a subscriber, then I want to say thank you for supporting me and my channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, I would ask that you do so. It's free and it sure helps the channel a lot. And I promise, once I get my car out of storage, I'll definitely have some better videos up for you to watch. So today I'm going to list the best modifications you can do for your LS1 Fbody, and a lot of these mods will also apply to the 93 to 97 LT1. So anyway, I know this type of video has been done to death here on YouTube, but I figured I'll just throw in my 2 cents and see what you guys think. So the best place to start is the free mods, which you can find here on Install University, or you can find them on other sites. The best free mods would be the throttle body coolant bypass and porting the throttle body, and also removing the screen from the mass air meter. On this site, they show you how to port your mass air meter. I definitely wouldn't recommend that. And the free ram air mod, there's an easy one that will help. Okay, so on to the good stuff. Probably the best place to start is cold air intake. There's many to choose from. A lot of them are just the lids and the filter. But in my opinion, this one here is the best one you could get. It's the SLP Performance Flow Pack Cold Air Induction System. It comes with like a ram air scoop. So if you're not on a tight budget, this would probably be the best one to start with. So after the cold air intake, the next best place to start would be your exhaust system. My advice here is plan ahead of time. Like, you want your headers to easily match up to your whatever exhaust system you decided. To me, the number one pick would be Speed Engineering. Their prices are really good, and they make one of the lowest cost dual exhaust systems you can get. And the benefit of the dual exhaust is you'll be making a lot of power before your dual exhaust becomes a restriction. Okay, so now that you're making a little more power, the next modification I'd make, if you have an automatic, is the transmission cooler. Let's face it, these 4L60Es are junk. They barely handle stock power. So you want to do everything you can to try to make them survive, and a transmission cooler will definitely help. Okay, so next on the list, you're making more power, but it doesn't do any good if you can't put it to the ground. So the next mods I would suggest would be lower control arms, panhard bar, a torque arm, and subframe connectors. All these will help with traction, and the subframe connectors will help tighten the car up so it doesn't creak and rattle every time you hit a bump. And of course, the next modification you would want would be a set of tires. Drag radials, at the power levels you're at now, drag radials would definitely be enough. Okay, so now on to the good stuff. The next place I'd start is a camshaft. If you can afford to do heads and cam at the same time, that's even better. But if you can't, start with the cam. There's many to choose from. I got a Brian Tooley racing cam. It comes with the springs, retainers, locks, push rods, and everything. But this here's where you'll need to do some research, decide what kind of power band you want. Where do you want to make your power? You want to make good mid-range, top end, or a combination of all. But there's plenty of places to choose from. Like I said, I chose Brian Tooley Racing. Okay, so now you get your camshaft. If you have an automatic, you're probably going to want to get a torque converter now. There's many places to choose from. You can buy cheap ones, or you can buy very expensive ones. Now, for me, if you're going to do the job, I would suggest buying a custom built, either from a place like Yank or Circle D, or there's others out there. But I wouldn't buy like a cheap B&M torque converter. To me, it's just not worth the hassle. Okay, so next I would suggest a set of gears. This applies to both automatic and a stick car. For an automatic, I would suggest 373s or 390s. That's what I chose, was a set of 390 gears. And if you get a stick car, I'd go right to 410s. Okay, so next, you'll probably have to save your pennies for this one. But the next best modification, actually the best modification overall, in my opinion, is a set of cylinder heads. There's many to choose from. You can get stock castings that have been ported by hand or ported by a CNC machine. But if you can afford it, to me, the best cylinder heads you can get for an LS1 is either trick flow, full CNC ported, or a set of airflow research with the full competition port job. Okay, so one modification that I kind of forgot is a set of fuel injectors. You're probably after the Cam, you're going to need a bigger set of fuel injectors. There's many to choose from. The best thing to do would be to, whatever company you decide on, just write them an email and ask them what they suggest for your combination. Okay. One thing I didn't mention in all of this is a lot of these modifications are going to require a tune. Now, you can either pay someone to tune it for you, or the route I chose to go was I bought HP tuners, and by watching videos on YouTube and just taking my time, I got a pretty good grasp of how it works. So if you do decide to go the route that I went with HP tuners, one of the other things you're going to need is a wide band O2 sensor. Okay, so now that you got all these parts on, you're going to be making some pretty good power. You're going to need a new intake and a new throttle body. There's not that many out there. My number one pick would be the F.A.S.T intake. As far as throttle body goes, you can get one through F.A.S.T, or you can get a Nick Williams throttle body. So anyways, this video went a little longer than I expected, but if you found anything on this video helpful, just hit the like button and remember to subscribe. It really helped the channel a lot. And anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one.